I'm James from VIP Stable, and here in Sorrento, Florida. It's February 28th. We just had our VIP Stable Day at the Southern Oaks Training Center. I'm here with trainer John Butenschoen. And John, we got through the day. We beat the rain.
We got it done.
As opposed to last year, we got rained out. We had some decent weather, and John was able to train pretty much all the horses today.
Yeah, we got it done.
Yeah.
Got it done.
So let's start off with some of the. We'll go through the 2-year-olds, and we'll start with one of the nicer ones that we have, Fiery Well.
Yeah, he's continually to do good. I mean, he was an exceptional yearling, I thought, when we bought him. His presence on the racetrack is the same as how he looked in the sale ring. He shows to have the ability. We did castrate him. He is a gelding now. Turning into a little bit of a handful, but he's training exceptionally well. We'll start looking here now at the stakes payments, and he'll probably be a little aggressive on our payments there with him. Today we trained him a mile in 2:30, and previously on our schedule here, he's been in 30 twice now. So he's on the right natural progression. Real big, strong, impressive looking colt. I'm sure that there were enough people there today that I don't know if there'll be any videos, but there'll be some pictures, and I think you'll be impressed. If you haven't got a chance to see him in person, you'll like what you see when you see him on the track.
Yes, I think our members who were there today had the opportunity to see him and kind of got a little bit of a wow factor as far as the individual. Let's hope he continues to train down well, because he certainly has the opportunity to perhaps be a good one for us. Let's go over to the rock and roll Hanover colt, TC Backstreet Boy.
Yep. I was kind of hoping that the name would have been changed. We're still on the.
I know. 6 weeks later, we thought we changed it.
Yeah, we're still there on the name, but he's a real nice. He's also a nice, big, impressive colt. And he himself too has become lighter as we've started training him. So he is a gelding as well. My son came down today and trained him. He was exceptionally happy with how he trained. We just won a mile in 32 today. He was waiting up on a colt that had made a break. Previously, he's been in 31, but basically all in the same. They're all in the same range, and it's an arbitrary start-stop point.
Yep.
And if we would have caught our mile of the 8th before, or the 8th after the start pull where we start and stop at, we may be a couple seconds faster or slower. I'm more concerned about how they do it, what they're doing, and everything's going forward as planned on him, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, nice big looking colt.
Yes, very happy.
We'll kind of go over to some trotters. Hit it out of the park.
He's very similar to his brother at this point in the game, but maybe a little bit more sure-footed. He's not a real, keep your fingers crossed. Exactly. Not a real big colt. He needs to get a little bit stronger and stuff, but very happy, very willing colt. Tyler was real impressed with him. That was the first time he sat behind him in a while. He's been in Pennsylvania. Previously, he'd been in 31, and today we went in 34. Another one, unfortunately, he was in with a trotting colt that is one we'll speak about here shortly, had made a break, and Tyler was waiting on him. But this colt's coming along. He's a May foal. He may be a little bit later coming in the year, but real good looking. You'll like the way he moves. You watch the videos on him. You see the pictures. In the pedigree, the mare's done exceptionally well, and I don't see any reason why this colt can't be right there for us.
I agree. He's a nice looking colt out on the track. He moves, like you said, really nice.
Yeah, we got to be careful what happens and what I say too, because one of our partners will be watching, and he unfortunately will probably be our driver this year too. For those of you that don't know, Corey Callahan will be driving this colt, as he is a partner with us.
Oh well, we'll live with that.
We'll live with that one. Yeah. I think he's won a race or two. He may find his way around the racetrack.
We'll deal with it if we have to. Better than you and the bike.
Exactly.
Let's go over to the other trotter you mentioned, Hard Not to Like Me.
Yeah, today he made a break going out of there in the first turn. He come back, we trained him a mile in 2:44. Not much for an impressive mile there. He did trot a good last half, around 10 or 11. And previously here, there we go, maybe dinner's calling. He's been around 30, 32 last two times we've trained him.
Yep.
So he's in the same ballpark with all of them. Another one, he's not real big, but he's a good-looking little colt, handsome colt on the track, and it's got a real quick turn of speed. It's just one of them colt things today. He just made a little mistake getting out of there. So.
Yep. When I saw him coming down the stretch, he was flying. He was doing really well trotting home.
Yeah,
so you can see he's got some ability.
That's what I kind of pushed him on a little extra harder there. I know people might have been worried that he made a break in the first turn, but that happens, and I just pushed him along and let people see that, you know, he can really put his head down.
He was all business with his
He's
head down
He was a
going.
little more tired. He wasn't out there farting around being a boy, you know.
Yep. Yeah, he looks like he's just fine.
Yeah.
We'll keep on going with the trotters to Landjack Hanover.
Landjack Hanover trained today in 33. Looking here previously, he'd been in 31, but he trained exceptionally well today. A good last half and 10 or 11 as well with him. And this colt's done a lot of growing. I mean, he goes out on the racetrack and he'll not look real super impressive, but as he gets going along and he starts, you know, paying attention, get him settled down, he's dinking around, paying attention to this, paying attention to that, looking, and he's not focused on what he's supposed to be. You know, he likes looking. He's a kid, you know, and he's growing and growing and growing. And another one, I'm really excited about having him around. He's the Cantab Halls. You can't say enough good about them. His half brother just recently, the 3-year-old, got sold over to Europe. I believe he went to Sweden. You know, so here's a horse that if he does some good, we even might have a potential market for him down the line. You know, he's well enough bred. And, I was very happy with him. I think a lot of people that were a little bit maybe on the fence on him, and something they've kind of watched him and said, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
I believe he is.
Let's go to our real expensive colt, the Ideal Lindy.
Yeah,
$4,500.
He is a plain brown paper bag. I mean, there's nothing flashy about him.
Our lunch
There's
pail,
exactly. I mean, he's as blue collar as you can come. You can't fault him. You look at him as an individual, you know, he's a real good look. You can't pick him apart. Still happy that we got him for what we got him for, and he's going about his business. Today he trained with Landjack. He trained a mile in 33, and previously here looking, if I can even find him. Oh, where is he? There he is. Yeah, he'd been in 32, 33, right in the same game plan. So he's doing good.
Status quo, he's doing fine.
And we had a little bit of good news. I wasn't paying any attention. Ed O'Connor brought it to our attention here that he is also Massachusetts eligible.
Yeah.
And there are only 8 colts that are eligible for this year's 2-year-old and next year's 3-year-old races there. And with the impending slots happening and coming online this year, it probably won't play into what the purses are for this year, but next year as a 3-year-old, you know, it gives a nice little marketing tool that if we want to sell them, you know, somebody may be interested in them, or just a nice little spot to race when we keep them, you know. So it really opens up a lot of opportunities, and I wasn't aware that there would only be 8 colts total in the state of Massachusetts that'll have the opportunity to race for that money that's out there. You know, compound that on top of what he has in New York, and you know, we got ourselves a nice little shot there.
Yeah, even if he's a level 2 type horse, Excelsior Series in New York, you throw in the Massachusetts possibility, and who knows what that's going to be. And if you look at some of the sires that he'd be going against in Massachusetts, I've never heard of half of them. I think Bob is one of them or something. I don't know, but it's probably a nice little spot for him. It's a nice little bonus opportunity for him and for us. Let's go on down to another New York bred. Major Plans.
He's doing real well also. You know, he's fine. I mean, trained in 230 today. He was in 28 or 29 the other day, and 230 the trip behind that. So we're ready to, you know, we're going to lean on these things a little bit here in the next week. Weather will cooperate a little bit better, hopefully, for us. I mean, we did sneak in under the radar on the rain, but the track was still a little sticky today. I want to make sure we're going to have to start making some decisions here before the 10th of this month, and then payments will be due on the 15th. But I want to lean on them a little bit here. You know, coming up when the weather's good, we'll drop them down, see where we're at. You know, if we want to just stay with our sire stakes programs, and not only on this horse, but all of them. You know, we're going to try and determine as best as we can and eliminate some races or add some races as we see fit, depending on what they're showing us. You know, and right now we really haven't asked them to separate themselves out much, and nobody's really doing bad. So that's the plus.
You know, I like him. I see him on the track. He looks like a nice racehorse to me, and I can't fault anything that I've seen on him so far. So, like I said, you know what they kind of can't do, but right now we still don't know what they can do.
Exactly.
Some of them, you know, and so hopefully he's going to be a
springs eternal. optimism abounds in this business.
You're not kidding. So we'll find out a little bit more as we go forward. But again, we looked in January. Now we're at the end of February. And everybody's still on schedule. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's
so
still
far.
doing okay. One other 2-year-old that we have is overtime.
Yeah, Overtime Hanover, another one that also become a little bit lighter in the loafers here.
Don't close your eyes around him.
Yeah,
He's got the scissors out.
It's dangerous. Don't make me mad.
Don't get the horses better not get John mad. They'll be a little later.
He's a nice colt. I mean, he's just a nice colt. He's another one that looks so much different than he did 2 months ago, and I think he's going to even look that much more impressive in another 2 months. He's really bulking up and filling up and muscling up, and you look at him on the racetrack, and he's got a real easy way of going. There isn't a whole lot that I can say. I like he's a good gated colt. He dinks around a little bit. He looks at stuff quite. If he's gonna make a complaint about him, he's looking at things. But he's willing. He's going forward. He shows the ability. He's got enough pedigree. The mare's had one superstar and a bunch of solid racehorses. So hopefully we'll have the same opportunities there.
Yep, just another nice racehorse.
And we take. I don't know if I spent. I mean, he trained 30 today. Been in that same range, 31, 32 previously. So they're all right there.
All right where they should be, and all moving forward. And if you were there today, you saw a lot of nice racehorses on the track. We'll find out a little bit more, as months go on. But again, the next step from January to February, status quo, everything's still looking good. Everyone still looks like they could be any kind, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that they stay sound, and we'll just keep on moving to March and April and get them back north and see what happens. So
That's good.
we'll come back and take another look at them in probably another month or so. We'll do this. Maybe we'll do some baby racing. We'll see what happens down here come qualifying time with 3-year-olds, and we'll just keep moving forward. John?
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Again, I think John, I can speak for John, saying he's pretty happy with what he's seen so far and what the horses have done so far. It's fingers crossed. We're not outside today. The rain picked up, but we avoided it during training today, and so that was a good thing compared to last year. I think we had a pretty nice day and a nice turnout. We had a lot of nice members come on down. It was nice to see them all again. We hope to see some of you down here next year, or whenever you can come down. John's available just about anytime you want to come down, stop down. Doesn't matter when, where. Come on down and see him. He's more than happy to let you see the horses as long as you take them out to dinner.
Exactly.
So,
give a call ahead. Bring a bottle of wine and give a call ahead.
He likes red wine. The higher end's good, but he's not that juicy.
$2
really.
check works just fine. But call ahead. We got opportunities if a person wants to sit in the jog cart and ride around behind a horse if you've never done it before or whatever. We can accommodate people. Make your schedules. Let us know what your schedule is, and we'll try and do what we can to help anybody out with whatever we can.
Sounds good, John. We'll touch base with you again in about another month. So I'll come back on down and we'll see how we're doing.
Oh, we're gonna do a couple minutes. We're gonna do the 3-year-olds.
Yeah, we'll do the 3-year-olds in a minute.
All right. We'll
This is Tom James, VIP stable over John Butenschoen, I think his name is. We'll catch you next time. Thank you.